All right, guys, you wanted it. Divorce, day one. Woman leaves you, day one. The wake up after the breakup, day one. Well, here we go. The woman left you. She's not in your life anymore. You left her. Not too sure how it's going. But either way, you're hurting. Especially for the ones that were left. The guys that thought they were going to wake up in the bed or even the house with that particular woman before she left or something happened. Sometimes it's cheating on her side, on your side. Sometimes it's you just stop trying, which is most of the time. Then there's leadership issues. You never quite led yourself. You never did what it would take to be the man that needed to just progress and keep going, moving forward in life. You just went up and plateaued through the marriage or through the relationship. You may have selected the wrong individual because you're just not compatible with them. You didn't do an interview correctly. So many things on you. So many items that lead back to your decision-making process. So day one, it stings. That door closes, or you don't you kind of been wanting this for a while, but then when it happens, you're like, wow, that's it. Pieces of you think like, oh, maybe we could get back together or something, but let me tell you, she's gone. Gone. They are gone. And the hardest part for most people to understand or rationalize of the whole thing, they never really take this in consideration. The fact that they are gone. They will not close that door. And the longer you keep that door open, that door, while it's open, you're not accepting that they're gone, then depression goes through that door. Bitterness comes through that door. Anger. All this stuff comes through that door because you haven't closed that part of your life off. You haven't said, okay, that time period is over. And if you're divorced, look at your divorce papers. Most people never read those things, but they used to. But it used to say as if it never existed, as if the time that you spent with that woman never existed. The time, the good times, the money that you spent, the lifestyle that you had, the good up and down time that was going on, never existed. That was one thing that messed with me. That was one of the biggest things. It just drove my mind every single day after the divorce. Now, me and my ex, we were broken up for a while. We were separated, and she left. Now, there was a lot of deception going on in my house, not on my part. And we'll leave it at that. And I say that because I want to tell you, after they leave, these are the steps, man. These are the first steps that you need to just do and get to a better understanding of once they're gone. But I used to want to say, man, I wanted to just tell everybody what she did, and I never did. I never went around and told anybody about anything. Actually, they'd ask me like, hey, have you seen her? Blah, blah. I was like, hey, look, man, Or they tell me something foul she may have done, and I'd say, well, she needs love too. And I just kept it pushing. Because, and this was during the separation, so not even a divorce, because if you're in a separation and you get a divorce, then it's leaving twice. It's, oh man, it's like a double whammy. You know, I'm a fighter, so I do fighting stuff. So I know how you feel. So we have two things today so far. Two major, huge items that we must understand when they leave. They are gone. Go ahead and get the cry out. Go ahead and get it. Just get it off your chest. They're gone. And it hurts. I know how you feel, man. I can see myself in you. You see my face right now. I can feel that pressure, that pain. But it's over. And now it's time to move forward, because it's as if it never existed. The other thing, number two, never, ever, never, ever say anything bad about that woman or that person in your life. Nothing. Oh, I'm serious about this. Yeah. Because when you're married, a lot of married people, they don't really know they're married. They just playing house. So they act like they're married. They're going out doing bull crap and things and crapping on each other. You know what I'm talking about. Half-assing the relationship, gaining weight, not even thinking about the other person in the house. My ex, she would go out and get food and things. Come home and I'd be like, hey man, I thought we were going out to dinner. She's like, she'd have food in her hand, drinking, and she'd say, oh, I didn't even think about it. I was like, this 200-pound man you didn't think about? And I was overweight at that time, so I was like, you didn't think about me? I know. So I'm going to tell you from all angles. I understand. I understand if you're overweight right now. Because you stop taking care of yourself. You lack the discipline to encourage yourself to move forward and do better things for yourself. And now you're by yourself, and you have to replace the wife you just lost, which is within yourself. And this is the thing most of the men don't know. The wife that you want was always inside of you. You got to think about it. That good woman that you want is inside of you. So you have to show that good woman you want and the powerful man that you are as a leader. Merge those things together. You'll never have to chase a woman. No, you won't have any problems with that. Everybody wants a good man. I mean, jobs want a good man. You know, drivers on the road want good men. Roofers, policemen, firemen. Yeah, all the good men. All good cruel men. Which leads us to number 3. Things that we have to learn, so they're gone. Never say anything bad about them. Number 3. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I'm chasing this back in my mind, even as I sit and do these videos with you guys. My mind is going back to that place. It's such a weird mindset. Very lonely and depressing. Get out of that. Get out of that. Okay? We're not going to stay lonely and depressed while we're in this zone. You're much more valuable than that. Okay? Whew. Number three. Number three is the biggest thing, and you keep this going. What got you here? Because if you don't know the problem, you don't know how to fix it. So we need to understand. Everybody says, what caused your divorce? I can knuckle it down to what I'm about to say in number three. What caused this with that other person? You want to know why they cheated on you? You want to know why they did those things? I have it with number three, because we're going to kill number three. And then we're unstoppable after that. Trust me. All right. Number three, own the fact that you lack self-control. Take that in for a second. You don't have self-control. This is day one. You don't have self-control, or you would have controlled a lot of things in that marriage. We're not going to argue about that. Not at all. But eat this. Because this is the point when I tell men this, and then they say, oh, you can't talk to me like that. I'm a grown man. You don't even have the self-control to stop yourself from talking. No one can stop you from doing that except yourself. And 9 times out of 10, talking got you in trouble. What you were speaking, you created. I know you probably said, as if we never said this. I know you said before, I don't want to be with her. I can't stand her. I hate her. Remember that? Remember? And then you said, man, I really want to be with her. Gosh, get on my nerve. Remember? Yeah. And now it's painful. It hurts. You don't want to tell your boys. You don't want to tell anybody. Then you kind of do because you want some sympathy. You want that woe is me back rub from anybody. Go to work telling everybody I'm going through a divorce. Who cares? That's your divorce, not theirs. You don't have to mess with their day. Unless you have something positive to say, like, hey, I'm learning self-control through my divorce. Now, that's something that we can agree on. But know what got you here, man. Know what brought you to this point where your timeline converged on everything and said, why are you here? Isn't that what everybody wants to know? The question of life. Why am I here? Because you lack self-control. Man, I was there with you. Self-control. Man, you have to fight for self-control every day because it's yours. When somebody gets angry or they're pissy with you and then you give that back to them, then you've lost control. That's why self-control is so difficult for a man to hold on to. It's one of the most, self-control is like a metal ball with oil on it. But you have to have the grip of a man to hold it. This is why you're here. So stop blaming her. Stop blaming your job. Stop blaming your kids. Stop blaming whatever happened in the past. Your trauma, your ex. Because remember at the beginning, it never existed. As if it never existed. It makes me tongue-tied for something. Think about it. So Number 4, no more blame. No more blame. Because with self-control, even the beginning of it, start controlling yourself to just say, no more blame. And where does blame come from? Your mouth. And what you've created in your heart and your fake story and mindset, the mask that you wear. Our blame on that woman, the crap, the mess, whatever it was. That's the mask that we wear. The mask of blame. We want to hide our shame. Hide what shames us. You know, I know many people have a lady that I've been talking to for years, and like 3 of them actually. And their husband cheated, but they were cheating on their husband. And all of them said the same thing, which was weird to me. They said, well, he got caught. He messed up. That boggles my mind even thinking about it now. So they relinquished all that blame on the husband. And then went around telling stories to people just about their husband. Got divorced, never brought up in court that they did dirty. And I'm just using this story because this has happened. Not canceling out a section of men or women. This happens. You blame your shame. You're ashamed of your divorce, so you gotta blame it on her. Why wouldn't you? It's genius. Who hadn't thought of this idea before? No blame needed. Because we get to look at ourselves. Number 5. Now, why did looking at yourself come after self-control? Why wouldn't that come before? Because you have to be able to control what you're looking at. You have to be able to look at it and really sit there. But we know what the problem is. If you stop looking at what I'm, telling you about this, then you don't have control of self. So, how do we look at ourselves? This is great. I want you to look at a mirror. Okay? I want you to go in and stand in front of a mirror and look at it. Look at yourself. Look deep down inside of your eyes. Look at all your foolishness. Look behind the mask. See yourself. Know all of your lies. Your hiddens. The things that people don't know, will never know. The stuff you take to the grave. The nasty nature of who you are. Your cruel, horrible side of yourself. The one that hurts people because he's bitter, spiteful, arrogant. That one. Look at that guy. Take a deep look. And this is what happens when you look at yourself. And this is why you look at yourself in that mirror. Scientifically, you can Google this. I'm a science guy. I like showing you reality, because we're taking particles and making them matter, man. We taking tiny things and making it matter as a big thing. But when you look in the mirror, keep going. When you look in the mirror, as long as you're about 12 inches away, if you can see your reflection, you're looking into your past. Yeah, because light reflects. I know you guys probably remember this in school. It comes back through your eye, and that's how you get the image. So when you're standing in the mirror looking at yourself, you're looking at your past, thinking about your present, while working on your future. You're creating your future as you sit there and just look at the mirror. You have things to do, don't you? You're creating how you're going to get there. What am I going to do? What am I going to wear? You're looking at yourself. Oh, this is not looking good. It won't look good later on. You're working on your future in your present while looking at your past. So that means you own all of time. But the only way you can really own it is with the self-control. So when we own all the time and we look back at ourselves, we look at our past, present, and future. We never leave out our future. Always look at the future. If you don't look at the future, that's a risk. That's why you're sitting here right now. You never took on the risk, adversities of, or how will this affect? Your risk appetite was so big, you just kept eating risk over and over again. I won't lead. I'll cheat. I'll eat. I won't sleep. I'll play games all night. I'll just eat these risks. And now you're thinking, man, it wasn't worth it. But you're still thinking about present. No. It wasn't worth it because you have something to do. This is the time where we make a schedule. This is the time where we put it all together. We make one big loop of time. We own it because now we're leader of self. We have self-control. And you start today, day one. Control yourself to not go down that slippery highway and not know that she's gone. Control yourself today. Because you're hurting. Control yourself today because you're hurting. To not talk bad about her all day, all week, all night, all year long. We're not doing that. We're going to control ourselves. It's all we needed to do anyway for the most part. It was more work, but self-control could have got at least 80% of the job done as a husband. Or a male in your life. Man, in their life. So, and this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Now we have to start looking at our risk. Because your life has changed. You definitely have your own bills now. You have become your own wife now. So there's a lot of things that won't happen on the other side for you. If she cooked, now you're cooking for yourself. If she cleaned, now you're cleaning for yourself. If she dropped you off at work, now you at the bus stop for yourself by yourself. Now it's time to weigh the risk. What's the risk of me not having a schedule and a budget? I won't have what I'm promised. That is the risk. A schedule and a budget. I won't have what I'm promised. Because now I'm about to make a new man out of you. Yeah, these are the secrets. They don't tell you this. Because not a lot of people walk through it. I've done it 3 times. But we have this thing on lock now. And I'm going to help you guys make it. All right? Risk. Don't risk. Don't risk it. Think about it before you speak. Before you look at things. Sorry, I have an injury from the sun. I just opened my eyes too bright, too wide for that light. Ooh, hot. But yeah, the risk. Like wearing a hat for me, like a lot of people don't think about this. When it's lighting and things, the hat keeps the light out of my eyes, just like the sun. So I don't look crazy wearing shades in the building. It's a risk. But if I don't kind of shield my eyes, the risk is I have a headache, my blood pressure going up, stressed. For what? Mitigate the risk. Literally. Gotta look at these things, guys. These things matter. Hey, I can't pay my bills, but this girl is so pretty. She's so fine. I want to go out on a date. But what's the risk of you not being able to pay your bill? Bro, you're gonna have to miss a few dates. You had a wife or a woman, but now you don't. Now we gotta catch back up. It's not like that. I get it. You might be in love, but hey, bro, what's love got to do with it? We have to live and eat. It's the risk. Think about these things before you do. I can't afford to buy the lady the bag or the red bottoms. I can't afford that right now. It's a risk. So maybe I just can't afford to be out here in the dating market because this is how it is. We gotta pay for dates and do all this stuff and get accepted by whatever value is seen. Maybe I need to get my weight up and get my value up. I'm a great man. But man, look, man, get in your grind. Because I'm telling you, these women that you want out here, get in your grind. You'll have to beat them off of you. Get on your grind. And then you'll get in your grind. And then you start understanding self-control, moderation, budget, schedule. And sometimes that just weighs out those women by itself. You don't even have to do anything. They're not compatible with you anymore, the new man that you are. They'll still come. But it makes it easier. Makes it easy to interview when you know what you're interviewing for. It makes it easier to learn a person when you know what you're trying to learn. You don't have to look for red flags. Just learn how to learn somebody. Learn how to interview somebody. But right now, learn how to be by yourself. Oh yeah, I said it. Not the one you wanted to hear. Learn how to be by yourself. Now you in a real spot. Now it's real. You can't call her when you get a flat tire. You can't call her because you're hungry, because she doesn't exist anymore. Believe that. So, guys, if this is your first day, probably going to be a tough sleep. You may be on the couch or been on the couch or used to sleeping on the couch. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You got a day. You have a day. Most people will tell you, oh, you can just lay in your depression forever. You have a day. Because you still have to get up in the morning. You have to go to work. You have people depending on you. You have to lead yourself as a man. And understand that while everybody else gets the feel for that day, you still have to prep and plan for the rest of your days, every day, but especially today. I love you from a brother, because I feel this. I hope you have a boy. I hope you do. But if you don't, it's time to learn how to be by yourself for a second. We're going to make it through this, though. Much life.